Всем привет, меня зовут Макс, мы продолжаем прохождение игры Vampyr. Мы сделали сыворотку. Кого-то я не знаю, ее надо себе ставить, эту сыворотку. Бля, погоди-ка. Ты говоришь. Ты выносливость. Выносливость. А я себе вымазал, да? Бля. А эту нельзя сыворотку сюда поставить, да? Которую сделал. Так, тут можно. Так, сейчас этих подожди, давай-ка сейчас сделаем еще там переутомление. Похоже, от переутомления надо. Так, такого ничего нету. Шли. Так, патроны. Так, подожди, кстати. Да, блядь, да чё? Вот опять, да чё это за грёбаная игра? Так. Улучшить. Света нет. Так. Ничего не добавляет. Урон. А, урон добавляет, заебись. Ништяк. Пока нету. Так, пошли. Так, там вот этих двух пациентов, я их знаю. Сейчас мы сразу, они на входе, там 4. 4 сразу сейчас вылечу их. Они вот здесь двое. Бля, да погоди, не здесь что ли? Тебя чё? Главное, вот.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland. And good evening.
Кстати, Стрикленд, мне с тобой поговорить надо.
Tell me, Thoreau.
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must...
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly
I want to know about these secret tests you run, and if they can save people from this epidemic. Speak to me now, Thoreau.
I know I may sound presumptuous, but I'm just following your steps.
Self-confidence is essential in our life.
But you never doubt your...
You have my support, Dr. Strickland. I know exactly what it feels like to battle an unknown disease.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my...
Would...
There is no
Any doctors I had...
Все.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Так, goodbye.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
Do you require medical...
Do you know?
Despite...
Well, at least.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswing.
Я так ваш дом не нашел, короче.
Good evening.
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid.
You are not a...
And you have my...
I have to go now, sir.
Ну чё, скоро бы... А почему тут 2 опять? И 300 и... Так. Жди. А ты болеешь? Конечно, болеет.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you all...
I was...
Is there anything...
Really?
Unfortunate.
Well,
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Так, все в порядке будет у тебя. А где те 2 еще больные вот здесь были, сидели? Куда свалили? Здесь же были. А вон они. У тебя нормально все. Тут тоже все нормально. Вот, два. Так.
Good evening.
Evening.
Soldier,
Not really.
as long as you remain.
Don't think you can do much.
Goodbye.
Disgust on every street corner.
А где тут девка с тобой была? С тобой была девка, где она? Вот она. Сюда.
Good evening.
Need blood, Doc.
Do you require?
My condition.
Well,
Thank you, Doc.
tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor.
Do you plan to make?
Of course not.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No.
I'll leave.
Так, ну и что у нас здесь? Ну все, остались только двое. Лека и этот. Ну ничего, нормально они все будут, выживут все. Будем живы, не помрем. Так, какая-то. Так, либо сюда, отсюда, либо отсюда. Мне кажется... Источник. Ну, тогда пошли отсюда, хуля. Если нас там будут останавливать, пиздюлей нам дадут. Ну, хуля.
Best be elite spotted! Watch out, boys! Die,
Да вы мне нахуй не нужны.
Stay back, beast! Elite!
Так, стоп. Сюда, сюда и сюда. Я понял. А вы заебали.
Die, vermin! See how he rests? Looks like an aristocrat!
Меня-то за что бьете? Так. Так, правильно иду.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Oh, mine, vermin! Not in one shot! I'll send you to hell!
Правильно. Так, мышей стяжил. Да, блядь, съешь ты мышь.
Die, leech!
Да, блядь-то ты какой, я тупой, ты хуй. Отстанешь ты от меня, нет? Сейчас умрет. Ты, сука, ты меня заебал, ты пидорас, ты ебаный. Ну иди ты! Да, блядь, да пошел ты! Да вы заебали меня уже нахуй! Да... Сука ты ебучая, иди нахуй отсюда! Почему не могу мышь крысу съесть, бля?
Can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
здесь. О! Это душман. А, это мистер этот хуй.
We meet again, Doctor. We must breathe in. What can you... What did he const... And why that was which... That's... May I ask you...
I am...
Why this...
I was...
Tell me, Tadao. Why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I don't know.
Yes,
Stars...
you're right.
Protect
Draco.
my memories.
Have
I...
Do you need... There is no...
Yes.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take...
А вот все будет. Так, я не туда пошел. А хотя, пофиг, можно отсюда пройти. А, тут как раз это вход, да, я знаю. Тут закрыто было, кстати. Крыса. Ну, мать её. Вот же крыса! Блядь, да ты тупой, ты пидор! А, он не ест. Ты не ешь таких крыс, что ли? Ушли. Наверное, какой-то люля-кебаб будет. Бля, если там это логово меня перережет всего. Ну вот же кровища, видно. Ты уже не чувствуешь кровь, что ли? Вот же кровища. Дверь закрыта. Не залезу. Подожди, а вот еще наверх дорога. Ого.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Тут еще крыса.
I have this thirst for
А,
blood.
все накопил. По-моему, я еще не туда иду. А, это же. Не-не-не, точно не сюда. Я в обратную сторону пошел, надо было туда идти, а я в обратку пошел. Ой, бляха. Надо было туда идти. Просто склад. Какого уровня она будет, интересно? 32.
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style. Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Ну, кровища. Вон, смотри, вон кровища, вон кровища. Она как раз туда и ушла куда-то. Похоже.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due
Да,
preparation.
я попробую, а что я должен
I
делать?
shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate, vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Merdin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they reappear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this, she is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion Bittersweet.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Сюда идет? Или туда идет? Туда идет. Сейчас, подожди. Так. Вот она. Ни хрена себе.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Oh, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you.
Ни хрена у тебя
My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature?
Слушай, а попробуем, чем ее бить. Ах ты ж. Иди. У меня тоже есть. И чё? Что случилось-то, мать её? Ух ты, я так и знал. Где ты, бля? Ты ж, попробуем, подожди. Вот чего надо. Ни хрена себе. Бляха. Ёб твою мать. Этот ствол. Так, подожди. Мне здесь нечего, да? Чёрт. Так, надо, наверное, будет подниматься. Уйди, уйди. Ах ты. Другой ствол. Где? Так. 374. Значит, это 0. Бля. Да что ж, блядь-то какая? Подожди. Есть еще красная хрень. Светка. Уйдите от меня. Уйди. Да что ж, блядь-то какая. Да, злая мамаша. Да, и где мне вот всего вот этого бы набрать? Патроны, почему вот патроны? Мне тупо патронов не хватило. Мне нужно вот это зелье, которое кровь добавляет. Ладно. Сейчас пока остановлюсь, не буду видео делать. Пойду и вернусь подготовленным. Ну что, ребята, вот я прокачался. Идем опять биться. Ох ты ж! Все нормально.
How irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Ох ты ж, блядь! Иди отсюда! Дура!
Blood, feed me, give me their lives.
Уйди!
my body. Give me more! They are so young, so tasty!
Ну тут что такое, бля? Ну-ка, ну чё, обалдели все? Где ствол? Блядь, я промазал.
I will reap the land, for this is abundant the harvest.
Не тут. Блять, я не то. А чё я вколол-то, алло? Блять, да зачем? Да ты, блядь, да зачем ты подошел-то к ней? Да ты козел, да ты. Да иди ты дуя, блядь! Ни хрена себе!
Feed your mother, child.
Я же реально. Где ты, нормально? Извлекай. Да хрен тебе. Сейчас. Все.
Do you think your champion will defeat me, child?
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suaskal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suaskals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's all over now. The epidemic has been stopped.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize. Really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Ничего, теперь.
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient, malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger, red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another, from predator to victim, patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Значит, там все в порядке. Ну, он на Вельс уехал, он же читал там записки. Еще тут ходить дадите.
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as...
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
What will become of the vampire hunters?
They will never stop searching for William Marshall, for he escaped their two great hunts. Remember that you too are now on their dark list.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
The Brotherhood is as wise as it is ancient. You have nothing to fear from it.
I am not afraid.
Do you truly think they are merely scholars poring over
That is just a
Am I not a legend?
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed.
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would...
When he fought me, Geoffrey McCullum used a serum made of King Arthur's blood. Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king. The blood of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is Uильям Marshal.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
My progeny is scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
Смешно.
So that is all we are to you?
No. You are my...
Ладно.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child.
Наконец-то ты этот...
I shall dream about you.
Столько пиздежа, это ужас. Что-то я не пойму, как тебе пробраться сюда. Сюда не пройдешь, отсюда не пройдешь. Да уж. Ты не пройдешь.
It's locked, all right. The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
Какая-то, вот она. Чего? Буксуешь? Отсюда не заберешься. И отсюда тоже. Может, отсюда? Что у вас тут? Кладбище. Кладбище? Тут закрыто.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's
Можно
perfume.
слышать запах.
She must be here somewhere.
Графиня Саммерсет. Элизабет Блэквуд. Я, наверное...
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside. Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered. This castle is falling apart.
О, рушится, как она здесь живет. Так, сейчас спускаться вниз.
Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Что-то есть еще? Вот. Здесь она отсиживалась, наверное, пока ее колбасили. Что-то как-то на зомбаков похоже. Сент Ван Гог. Круто. Шиш поймешь, что здесь. 1000 дверей.
This painting looks suspicious.
Независимый подрядчик. А, это я зашел отсюда, все-таки открылась дверь. А, ну я открыл ее, конечно. С той стороны просто. Это понятно. Теперь здесь открывается. Да, все понятно. А где она сама-то это? Значит, где-то здесь надо ходить искать. Столько секретов, ешкин. А, тут я был. Почему? Интересно. Отсюда вышел. Вот же еще какое-то письмо. Доктор Бесса. Тут понятно, а тут больше же негде места, куда идти. Тайный проход отыскать надо. Тайный проход.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
Это что здесь такое? Сейчас было, подожди. Нет, не здесь. И тот проход вот здесь есть. Тайный проход. Тайный, подожди, вот там была такая фигня, как будто похожая на дверь. Тут в зале. Он еще сказал, какая странная картина. Где это? О, бляха. Я что-то запутался. Тайный проход. Крысы ходят. Вот проход только. Что тут делать надо? О, я тут не был. Кстати. Ну все, шли туда вниз. И что здесь? Сюда не пойдешь. Нет, что-то со мной тут непонятно. Алло. Да, интересно, тут нужно вообще целыми днями ходить. Искать тайны здоровый носитель. Ёптать. Нет, ну это понятно. Блин, музыку вырубили соседи. Ладно, пока выключу.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Вот 4 кнопки я нашел. Где вот что еще есть? Вот не знаю, сколько их вообще всего. Четыре кнопки. Пока больше я не вижу ничего. это ничего, что тут смотреть. Если эта фигня там лежала, значит чисто там только. Так. Пока не вырубаю. Может, главное у нее в комнате? Главный этот запускатель. Сейчас проверим. Запускатель. Нет, тут ничего не вижу. Никаких запускателей. Скорее всего, там.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
Тихо. Ну, только там я так понял, потому что... Здесь... Там больше я нигде не видел кнопок. Вот кнопка.
Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't
Так, подожди.
work.
Щит. Меч. Цветок. Ну, лилия. И полумесяц. Ну, что это просто подсказка. Хотя хз. Давай почитаем, что там взяли. Ой, вот, кстати. Пишу вам подтверждение того, что люди прибудут в ваш замок в понедельник и начнут работу над криптой. И входом у нее все планы утверждены. Понятно. Благодарю вас за письмо в мелкий спор вампиров. Я был бесконечно совсем чудесно. Это не то. Члены мне свежей, когда мы последний раз разговаривали, он спрашивали возможность переправить гроб из церкви темпа в Лондоне в крипту замка. Я что-то счастлив сообщить вам, что ваша просьба наконец будет удовлетворена моим людям, что по соображениям безопасности гроб должны сопровождать стражи этих людей. Наняли, вы будете ждать нас в Лондоне, мы это сообщим. Говорят, вот эта Москва прилагает письму детальную смету всех работ, выход из Лондона. Уильяма Маршала, законный владелец Смерть, не терпится приступить до установления стены крипты в замке. Я ознакомился с предположением нескольких архитекторов, но ваше впечатлило меня своим почтением сохранения исторического облика зданий. Встретиться с вами, когда вам будет угодно. Единственное требование — беседовать напрямую с вами, а не через ваших помощников. Жду вас в любой вечер в следующем месяце, когда вам будет удобно. Можете приехать в замок, или же могу посетить вашу контору на ваше усмотрение. А, это она писала письмо, я понял. Благодарю вас за последнее письмо, хорошая новость, не могу дождаться встречи, быть в Лондоне, сад здесь прекрасен. Вы можете рассчитывать на меня, я пущу в ход все свои влияния, ваш проект будет иметь успех. Такое сочетание мне обеспечить хорошим образом одаренных бедных сирот. Это понятно. Должу дело моего прадеда, который работал на ваших предков. Не на верхний этаж замка. Чего? Пишу также это, что я заказал своим людям никогда не входить ни в саму крипту, ни на верхний этаж замка. Верхний этаж замка. Так. Это уже интересно. Верхний этаж. Мне кажется, что-то там нечисто. Давай-ка посмотрим. На верхний этаж замка. Либо там еще замок есть, либо тут где-то тут. Так. Пока я не вижу никаких совпадений, конечно. Смотрим крипту, нету крипты. Верхний этаж замка, да? Так, здесь я ничего не вижу. Никаких этих нету штуковин. Если долго будет, я вырежу. Вот, смотри, видишь, да? Мне кажется, вот эта дверь открывается. Тут что-то на верхний этаж замка. Наверное, в что-то в ее комнате. Блин, все-таки мне кажется, что да. Ёлки-палки, что тут? Что тут не так-то, а? Верхний этаж замка. Ты либо еще есть этаж, либо... Да уж, что-то я... Дядя жили в Париже. Может, слушай, может где-то картина висит с такой фигней? Как замки открывают. Ага, будь тебе, блядь, висеть картина, блядь. Где замки открывают. Не знаю, тут что-то... Почему вот тут... А, это клетка. Гребаный тайный проход, блин. Там щит, меч... Тут два щита. Щит, меч. Тут нету. Щит, меч, цветок и полумесяц. Нет, ну это точно никак не связано. Ну кнопки же там. Значит, там надо просто механизм запустить, я так думаю. Но это, как понял, это главный вход. Да. Никакая не крипта, ничего подобного. Значит, там надо что-то искать. Я, блядь, больше без вариантов. Так не пойму, зачем на верхний этаж нельзя заходить.
Here's another switch. I should keep looking.
Я так понял.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
А, два не работают почему-то.
Here's another switch. I should keep looking. Voila.
Вот и все. Понял? Ха-ха. Вот так, Макс. Фолиант. Да, это оттуда уже бы так же прошел.
Drop your sword, father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No.
Это Уильям Маршал.
You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is Uильям Marshal, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
The city has suffered, but it will prevail in the end.
A more cynical analysis would be that this is an acceptable catastrophe.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this, through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation, and the will of a creature so inexplicably evil. She exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Why are you hiding Uильям Marshal here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote?
Yes. And in doing so, he knew he'd have to be confined here. And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man Uильям Marshal was. And still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet You give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The blood of hate has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty Ekon who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully...
William Marshal infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood in 1551 in Hertfordshire. My parents owned a pub in Hoddesdon. Are you satisfied?
How did you meet William Marshal?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshal myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshal. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
I would like to ask you...
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please, tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen? What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once. But she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the red song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
Do you remember Murden, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Murden, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. during my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Tell me about Elizabeth. How was she infected?
Ой, блин, сколько можно рассказывать-то?
Please, Sir William. I need to know what the blood of hate is. How is it transmitted?
After defeating the disaster in St. Paul's Cathedral, I returned to my retreat, infected. This is where my sweet Elizabeth found me, for she heard my pain from across the sea.
Where is this retreat you mentioned?
In London, under Temple Church, beneath my empty tomb. I always loved to sleep there while listening to the bell above.
What happened then?
The blood of hate had twisted me into a rage-filled man. I attacked my progeny and infected her too. Forgive me, Elizabeth. I failed.
You bit her again? Is that how she was infected with the disaster's blood? I think I understand now.
Elizabeth fled, and I fell to my knees, begging for forgiveness. I swore I would find a way to make things right.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny.
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
You agreed to be confined here then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father.
Кисям башку сделала.
And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Murden, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic, I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshal gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed me?
I had choices to make.
I forgive you, and that is my choice.
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
Вот и все, бля.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song.
Значит, там, где кнопки были, это его могила была. Это не могила, а как типа склеп.
England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Ну все, это было прохождение игры Vampyr. Хэппи-энда не получилось, но зато освободили город. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки, всем пока.